Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. We are coming to you live. Episode 9, Dallas Ballers Club. We've got the usual suspects. It's Burke, Spanky, and Stu. Your favorite young generation Dallas Cowboys fans. And today we're going to be talking about America's team, as we always do. But we know that today is the beginning of, it's been today's just another day in the week that we've all had circled on our calendars since the playoffs of last season. It's San Francisco week. It's Niner hate week. If you've been on Twitter, if you've seen us, we've been really active on Twitter this week, all of us. So if you're not following us on Twitter, you're missing out. Go follow us, by the way, out at Dallas BC Pod. But anyways, with all that being said, this is 49ers hate week, boys. How we feeling? Initial thoughts.
I'm feeling better than what I felt leading up to the playoff matchup, if that makes sense, in terms of where we're at as a team. So I'm looking forward to it. Some people, especially on Twitter, are like nervous about playing such a big game so early in our season. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people freaking out.
Iron sharpens iron. I rather know where we're at week 5 than have an oh shit moment round 2 of playoffs. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll get more into detail, but this 49ers team has holes and weaknesses like every other team does. So it should be interesting.
Yep. Stu, how we feeling? Status update.
Ready to play. I'm going to be nervous probably about 3 o'clock watching the afternoon game to start getting nervous for our game. Right now, I'm ready. I think we have a great chance to win, and I'm just ready to see our boys play.
Yeah, me too. Very, very excited for this week. I've been looking forward to this game ever since I walked out of AT&T Stadium last weekend after the Patriots game. Like I said at the beginning, we all know what this week is. We all know what this week entails. The big bad demon is coming back to reap again, and we're not going to let it happen this time, at least so we hope. But we're going to kind of run through things the usual way here. We're going to give y'all some updates, which Spank will talk about in just a sec. And then we'll give our offensive preview, give y'all our Killaz of the week, go through the defensive picks and things to watch for, and give y'all our Hot Boyz of the week. Then we'll roll into some betting and score predictions. And then I can only imagine that we're going to have some spicy hot cover 0 takes. So stay tuned for that at the end. And then we'll kind of wrap things up. But just to get things started here, we all gave a little status update to talk about how we're feeling. Spanky, why don't you let the people know how the team is feeling? What are we seeing on the practice field? Especially today, we had a big development.
Yeah. This might be the first week in 23 consecutive weeks where we finally see our fully starting healthy offensive line. Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, full participants in practice. That's fucking huge. If you're a Cowboy fan, I shouldn't have to explain why Tyron Smith starting over Chuma Edoga against the San Francisco 49ers is a huge development. I shouldn't have to go into detail on that. But it's exciting to see what our full-strength offensive line can do. We really were patient with Tyron, so hopefully we get the results. Other than that, Damone Clark was limited in practice with a shoulder. I'm not sure how much that's affecting him. It's probably just a little wishy-washy, but he'll play regardless. He's a linebacker. He's a dog. And the only person that sat out of practice this entire week was Peyton Hendershot, so I don't forecast him playing. It's going to be a lot more of Ferg, Schoon, and McKeon, however you say it. You know me and names. But I'm really looking forward to it. We look healthy, appear healthy. And, we need our full-strength offensive line to get the dogs off Dak and give our wide receivers time to separate downfield. So it's something I'm very excited about. And not going to lie, I dropped to my knees and thanked the Lord when I got that Adam Schefter notification at work today, being like, Tyron's back. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, that's just huge.
Yeah.
So that's my overall thoughts on it. I should be sharing similar thoughts with you guys and the rest of Cowboys Nation, obviously. But That is it on the practice field and the injury report.
Yeah. So, Tyron's back. Everyone's back. First time since 2021 that we're having our full first team offensive line play together all at once, which is insane to think about that it's actually
23
been
games.
that long.
23 games.
23. Wow.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I guess all of last season. Yeah, that makes sense.
Even when Tyron was back, Zach had to sit out a little bit of last
Right.
season.
And then
Tyler wasn't
and then
able.
Steele got hurt.
Tyler, yeah, and then Tyler early this year was hurt.
Right. Wow. This is awesome. I mean, thank God Tyron is back this week. Just like you said, if we had to watch Edogan, I mean, credit to him, but he's not built to go against the San Francisco 49ers defense. But with that being said, with any I totally just realized, do we check the Niners injury report?
I know Dre Greenlaw went down and was limited, but I don't think there's any significant injuries to report on the
Okay.
49er report. We would have, Cowboy Nation would have.
Yeah, we would
something
have
on
heard
the
about
board.
it.
Ayuk's playing, Debo's playing. The whole
Okay.
line's starting and healthy, as much as you can be game 5. But I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the defense, if they're healthy or not. Should
Right.
be.
Okay. So, that being said, we're going to talk about the offense first.
Mhm.
We have this is one that I'm really excited to talk about. Obviously, we know how last year's game went. The fact that the lasting image of the Dallas Cowboys offense from that playoff game last year is the fateful final play of Zeke's Cowboys tenure, which was him getting fucking pancaked as a center. I'm really excited to see this offense. It's kind of an excitement, and I'm sure y'all might feel the same way, or y'all might feel different, but it's kind of a really nervous excitement. Like at the beginning of the season, when we played the Giants, we played the Jets, we played the Cardinals, even New England. It was more, I guess, for those games, it was more okay. Let's see how McCarthy does. I feel like now we're at the point we're 4 weeks into the season, and the thinking is, well, can our offense get it done? Because I will tell you one thing: our defense is awesome, and I love our defense, and I still think Brock Purdy is mid. I'm not sold on Brock Purdy. Never will be. Sorry, watched him for 4 years at Iowa State in person. Sucks, or it sucked. But that's a topic for later down the line this episode. But it's a very nervous excitement for our offense, as in I don't know I genuinely don't know how we're gonna look this game, and against a defense as talented and as ferocious as the Niners, it's kind of terrifying. But it's also, spin zone out of that is just I'm really excited to see what we can do, because as we kind of alluded to last week, like Spanky brought up, what if we were saving ourselves for a game like this, right? So I just kind of want to get y'all's thoughts on the offensive side of the ball. So whoever wants to get us started,
Yeah. Let me rip for a little. 49ers playoff game last year. My biggest memory of that game, besides Zeke getting fucked as a center and Turpin getting laid out, was our offense just putting up an absolute dud. That ended Kellen Moore's reign as OC. That made some big changes on offense. Just think, our offensive line against the 49ers last year was Tyler Smith left tackle, McGovern, Tyler B, Zach, and Tyron playing right tackle. So our offensive line as a unit, I mean, Tyler Smith at left guard, Steele back, and Tyron playing left tackle. That's an upgrade in itself. I don't care who you are, that's an upgrade. Wide receivers last year, we had CD, T.Y. Hilton, Noah Brown, and
slow
Michael Gallup, Michael Gallup, who was rushed back from an ACL tear. I don't know if you guys remember too much in detail, but I do.
Unfortunately, yes.
We tried force feeding CD so much that game, to the point where the 49ers hung a safety over him, and we weren't able to throw the ball to anyone because no one would create separation. Schultz couldn't do shit. should have had a toe tap on the sideline to give us a chance. Fucked that up somehow. See a bum. But like as a unit, we've improved our offense tenfold with Brandon Cooks, with Ferg is better yak than Schultz probably could even dream of being. And just Michael Gallup looks so much better and so much more confident and comfortable running in and out of cuts that we haven't even really seen what Michael Gallup's bread and butter is in jump balls and sideline catches yet. Same with Brandon Cooks. We haven't really seen much of him yet. I think he has 8 catches for 60 something yards. So we really haven't seen his full potential yet. But if the 49ers defense is notorious for being smash mouth, it's overly physical, it's like we're gonna dictate the game. And the keys for Cowboys success is, let's just be honest, Dak needs to have a great game. Offensive line needs to hold up. I'm not asking them to fucking not allow a single pressure because that's just dumb and won't happen. But give Dak time because these corners and these safeties on San Fran, they're good, but they have holes, man. Something Lenore is one of their corners. And
Diamador.
Yeah.
yeah, and I was looking into a couple stats about him, and that's who we're gonna attack.
That's who we went
He's
after
the weak.
last year.
Yeah, he is the weak link of the secondary. He's given up many plays. A notorious play, I was watching the Rams 49ers game this year, is it was 4th and 2, and he was 6 yards off that Rams stud rookie wide receiver. 6 yards off on a 4th and 2 and gave up the first down. He isn't able to carry wide receivers across the middle of the field. So chances are Tre'Davious Ward, Cowboy legend, practice squad goat, is yeah, for real sucks. But he's probably matched up on CD. We're probably going to see 60% coverage rate on CD by Tre'Davious, but Lenore is matched up on either Gallup and Cooks. And last year he was matched up on T.Y. Hilton and a not fully ready Gallup. So that's an area where I attack. And similarly to what the Niners will do, and we'll get into it, and I don't mean to blabble on so much, but 49ers are 100% going to run at Micah Parsons. They know that the Cardinals did it. We know that's maybe the only weakness of Micah Parsons' game is being stout and run defense. And I mean, we'll take of it what we will because he's just a stud. But the same goes with the 49ers, but the opposite, where don't run at Nick Bosa. Their D line's great, but I mean, I'm taking our D line outside of obviously Nick Bosa. I'm taking our defensive ends and tackles over theirs right now. I think we have more talent. Where the 49ers obviously have the superior talent is the linebacking core. But fuck, I mean, our full offensive line's back. I want to see Tyler Smith reach to the second level and fucking pancake Drake Greenlaw. I want to see him get after Fred Warner, get in their face, make their lives uncomfortable. So our keys to success are attacking Lenore and running probably away from Bosa, but we need to establish the run. We can't have it be, okay, Nick Bosa knows he gets to go pass rush Dak every single snap.
Right.
The Tex Coast offense should allow that. Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer and Dak should know that. Pollard, I mean, if he has over 80 yards rushing, I think we win. I think it's as simple as that. Yeah, I mean that's basically it for my thoughts. Ferg is going to have welcome to starting in the NFL moment when he sees Fred Warner lined up on him.
Yep.
But yeah, the 49ers, it's probably 60% cover 3, and it's very similar to our defense, and we just got to attack them where they're weak, where opposite of Bosa and the corner opposite of Tre'Davious Ward. Not saying we don't take shots with CD on Tre'Davious Ward, but that's where they're weak. They're beatable. Let's see how the offense shows up. They should all have a chip on their shoulder. That's for fucking sure.
So this game is one that I hate for the fact that I'm way too confident in this team this week against 49ers.
Ooh.
And that's not a good feeling for me as a Baylor Bear fan, as a Texas Ranger fan, or a Dallas Cowboy fan. When I'm too confident in my team we lose, and I get crushed even more. It just happens. That's what happened for my 24 years of existence. But saying that, I think this is a huge Mike McCarthy game. This is a huge Tony Pollard game. It's a huge O-line game. I think Mike McCarthy draws up perfect plays for our offense. Our O-line, they're going to see each other in that first huddle when Dak gives them all fist bumps going around. They're going to look at each other and be like, dude, it's the first time that all five of us are played together. And they're going to fucking attack this D line, who everyone keeps talking about week in, week out. I don't give a fuck about the 49ers defense. Fuck them up, Mike McCarthy. Fuck them up, Tyron Smith. Fuck them up, Tyler Biotish. Everybody needs to fuck them up. And whoever they're going up against, just absolutely destroy them. And it's way too confident I am in this team this week. I think CeeDee Lamb has an okay game. That knee kind of, I know he said he's all good to go, and he's going to play. He's going to try and go out there and play 100%. And knee injuries for wide receivers have always bothered me. I'm not a huge fan of playing on knee injuries because anything could happen. He's going to be okay. Brandon Cooks will be okay. But I think this O-line, Tony Pollard, Dak Prescott is going to have to run the ball a little bit, in my opinion. When plays break down, he's got to run the ball, go up and right by Nick Bosa and say, see ya. And then he's going to go hit Fred Warner right in the mouth and then get on top of him and say, fuck you, bitch. This game, I love this game for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't have much insight into this, all this, but my insight is Mike McCarthy is going to have a perfect play calling day. Tony Pollard is going to have over 100 rushing yards.
Whoa.
Dak Prescott will have over 25 rushing yards. Dak Prescott will have over 25 rushing yards. CeeDee Lamb will have a touchdown catch, but he'll be limited like 4 catches for 60 yards, something like that. And his touchdown catch is going to be for like 45 yards. I think Dak is going to be 20 for 26 for 202 yards and a touchdown. And Tony Pollard is going to be 32 rushes for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Holy Rambo. I can't even keep up with all those fucking predictions he just fired off. I mean, that was I mean, you just sprayed from the hip with the minigun right there. That was awesome. But
this is weird. I've never seen Clayton so confident and like
happy
talking about
which is
Dallas Cowboy game.
Which is hilarious because I'm looking at our prediction sheet and you were actually the only one out of us 3 that predicted us to lose this game. but you're talking like that.
What a bum.
That's before the season started.
Fair, but I just thought
I mean, we all picked the Cowboys beat the Cardinals, and look where that ended up. I mean,
that's true. We did.
We don't fucking talk about that. Why would he bring that up?
Yeah,
put
that game's in the past. The game's over with. Arizona who? Josh Dobbs is still an elite quarterback, though. Just want to put that out there.
Josh Dobbs has always been a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I mean, you can call my bluff on that, but
we were on it early. We were on it early. I think personally, I have Josh Dobbs as a top 5 quarterback this year. I mean, I said it.
Sue me.
Josh Dobbs in Andy Reid's offense is an MVP candidate. Sue me. I said it. It's out there. It's out there.
Josh Dobbs and Philly's an MVP if I've ever seen one.
This is a Josh Dobbs stand podcast.
Holy shit.
This is
so much for not talking about it. Fuck.
Yeah, this is a very pro Josh Dobbs podcast. But with all that being said, did we lose Spanky here? Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there is he back? Oh, okay. Well, Spanky's having some technical issues, so I'm just gonna talk about our offense really quick. There he is. You back? Okay. All right. Spanky's good. But I am very, very excited for this game. This is probably the most excited I've been for a Cowboys game since probably Christmas of last year when we played Philadelphia in Dallas. But I think I might be more excited for this game just simply because of the fact, I mean, we all know what happened in the playoffs last year. We don't want to talk about it, but we have to. But I'm really excited to see, and I talked about it a lot last week. I talked about it. I said last week was going to be a Dak game. Dak is our X factor to winning this game. I know y'all have talked about Tony Pollard and how if we can get the run game established early, that's key. And I fully agree with that. However, the thing that scares me with this defense is that I don't know how open those rush lanes are going to be. And what I'm really, really excited about is to see. We know that Dak is more than capable of stepping up to the challenge when he needs to. And I really, really, I mean, love this or not, but this is probably, at least regular season wise, I don't think it's out of the question to say that this is one of the most important regular season games of Dak Prescott's entire career to this point. This is a
1,000 fucking percent.
Thank
And
you.
if you, given it's not a playoff, and that's the stats used against Dak, but this will silence a lot of people if
Yeah.
we beat the Niners.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the most anticipated game of the NFL season so far. I mean, this has been everyone's been looking forward to this game. I mean, Sunday Night Football, you're gonna have the entire country watching. I mean, of course you are. It's the Cowboys, it's the 49ers, all the history in that rivalry. It's everything. It's two great defenses, it's two awesome offenses. It's two teams that are expected to be at the top of the NFC, and we fully expect, barring a major injury, that both of these teams will be there. This is definitely has potential to be like an NFC championship game. Preview. My roommate's freaking out. Bears must have done something cool. Okay. But but yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what Dak's got in store for us and just our offense as a whole. Just like you guys said, fully healthy Michael Gallup, fully healthy Brandon Cooks, fully healthy Jake Ferguson. Most importantly, fully healthy offensive line. I can't wait to see what this offense has in store for us. Like I said, terrifyingly excited. If that's is terrifyingly a word, I don't know. I might just be making shit up, but I am terrified about how excited I am for this game. I'm nervously on the edge of my seat waiting for this game, and I cannot wait for Sunday Night Football. Be waiting all day for Sunday night. I know we all will. The entire country will. But that being said, that's our offensive breakdown. Little different than usual. But I want to hear y'all's kills of the week. Um, last week we did. I want to say we did pretty decent. Yeah, last week Spanky had CD, Stu had Cooks, I had Dak. CD.
I had Lipkeith's touchdown.
That's true. That's true. Time traveler Stu. But kills of the week. Spanky, I know you oftentimes have gripes when you have to go first, but would you like to go first or would you rather defer?
Yeah, pass me the fucking rock.
Oh.
You said it, and I'm sorry if I'm gonna take credit for yours. Dak fucking Prescott, number
Yep.
4. That's my killer of the week. Don't really give a shit what media says. I will forever be a Dak guy. Love him or hate him. If Dak has one fan, I'm his. And this is a game where he needs to put up or shut up. And so do the fucking Dallas Cowboys. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it because I know what Dak Prescott could do when he gets in a rhythm. And I don't want to forecast anything, but I see him having a very similar week to what we saw in Tampa Bay wildcard round last year.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I'm
Love
gonna get a
that.
little cute. And
You're
it's
always
not gonna be
cute.
anybody.
You're cute.
Appreciate it.
dude.
So
Appreciate
cute.
it. But I'm not gonna have anybody on the field as my killer. It's gonna be Mike McCarthy. I think he
Oh,
is
Fuck
going
yeah.
to have the best game. I mean, it's probably there's a reason why we fired Kellen Moore, and he was the one that said, "I want the play calling sheet.
mutually
I
parted
want it. I
ways.
want it
Mutually
now.
parted ways.
I don't give a fuck." Say, Mike McCarthy said, "See ya, Kellen." This is Mike McCarthy's team. This is his game, and this is what he came here for, to be the play caller this year. He's going to call an absolutely perfect perfect game, excuse me, and we are going to dominate on the offensive side of the ball.
Love it. Love it. So with that being said, Wow. Dak and Mike McCarthy. Okay. My killer to watch this week is going to be Tony Pollard. Fuck it. Um, I was,
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna pick Dak, but I mean, obviously that got taken from me. No harm, no foul. But I'm gonna go with Tony. I'm gonna go with TP. I mean, he's been awesome so far this year. Last week was about what we expected from him. Um, but just like Spanky said, if he gets over 100 yards or gets close to 100 yards this week, I think it's a guarantee that we win this game. It's all going to start. We all know that, you know, if we need to have Dak drop back and throw 40 times, he'll do it. But I mean, the numbers don't lie. When he has a running back that rushes, you know, for over 100 yards, his record is way better than when he has to go over 40 passing attempts. I don't know what that exact number is, but I mean, I see
That's true.
tweets about it like every other
Yeah.
week about how
Yeah.
our running game alleviates so much pressure off of him. And so I think if Tony Pollard can have a big game this week with our fully healthy offensive line, I think that there's a really good chance that we win this game. So I'll just leave it at that. Jump.
Spanky celebrating his Justin Fields touchdown pass fantasy. You're such a
Okay, I'm
loser.
playing Carl. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Gotta win.
Must win game for Spanky in fantasy and for the Cowboys.
Can't let a
So
kid. Yeah, can't let a kid named Shamali win. Come on.
So with that being said, let's shift gosh, I can't speak right now. Let's shift sides. There we go. Let's jump to the defense. I actually want to start. I want the rock here.
Call your
I
shot, boy. Let's go.
Yeah, I already said it at the start. I might catch some flack for this, and I don't care. I still don't believe in Brock Purdy. I still don't. His longest
Preach.
air yard completion in the NFL is 29 fucking yards. I
Preach.
still don't believe in him. I just don't. He's granted a lot of it is because, and they said this. PFT and Big Cat said this on part of my take. We're still kind of in that phase where we have to unwatch what he did at Iowa State. After his junior year, people were saying that he could come out and potentially be a first round pick, came back for his senior year, got worse. I'm still not a believer. I'm just not. We're three Baylor guys. We watched him play Baylor every single year and not play great. I'm just not sold. I'm not. And I'm gonna catch some heat for that, and I don't really care. I will stand by it. You put if you put Brock Purdy in an offense where they have to rely on his arm, like you put him on the Chargers and he's dog shit.
Fuck no.
You put him on on a team like that relies on their quarterback making plays, Cincinnati, he's awful. People are looking at him like the player that I still think he is, which is just a mediocre quarterback. I think he is a glorified game manager. And this isn't just a shit on Brock Purdy bit here, but I'm not sold. And I really, really hope that our defense is pissed off because we weren't sold on him going into that playoff game last year. And he did his thing. He wasn't great. He wasn't awful. He was just average. And that was totally fine. That was all he needed to be. The media wrote him and said, oh, you know, Brock Purdy, horsecock Brock, all that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. If we're going to win this game, we have to shut down their offense. And that starts with number 13. That starts with my other point here. Number 23, Christian McCaffrey, bad motherfucker, should have won the Heisman back in whatever year that was. I'll go to the grave saying that. One of my favorite college players of all time. But we need to stop their run game. Trent Williams is a problem. We know that. He's a very, very big problem. He's a very large human being. And the Niners, they're going to be amped up. They're at home. They're going to come out with their boombox, probably absolutely blasting Kodak, maybe some new Drake. Drake does drop tomorrow. That might be blasting, you know, some new Drizzy, but they're going to be amped up. They're going to be amped up for this game. It's in San Francisco. It's going to be loud. It's Sunday Night Football. It's prime time, and whether they like it or not, they got another thing fucking coming, and that's the Dallas Cowboys defense, which we declared last week, or I declared as being back. And just like we said with our offense and with Dak, it's put up or shut up time. We, you know, the thing that I love about some guys on our team, specifically a guy like Demarcus Lawrence. Demarcus Lawrence, we all know how he is. He loves to talk. He loves to stir the pot. He loves to say, talk about how we're dogs and all that. And the great majority of the time, we back it up, and he backs it up. But what I'm hoping is that, similar to how we said with the offense, put up or shut up, that we do it. Let's just do the damn thing. Let's beat the shit out of the Niners. Let's be more physical, and let's be the better football team. Let's shut down Christian McCaffrey, and let's make Brock Purdy look like the quarterback that he is, which is a mediocre, glorified game manager that somehow still has not lost a regular season game in the NFL, which baffles me. But I'm going to dish it to you guys here. Whoever wants to go next can go. I just had to get that off my chest. Not sold on Brock Purdy. Still not. If he wins this game and goes for 350 and 4 touchdowns, I'm in. But till he does that, I'm out. I'm out on Purdy. I just am.
Spinny, can we go or me?
I'll go. Everything Burke said, facts. Just facts. It's just
Facts.
the 49ers are not built to let Brock Purdy sit back and air it out. And so if we mitigate the big plays that always somehow come and haunt us, not sure how they always do, but the 49ers have the most big plays in the NFL this year. So if we limit that, and in our playoff game, we let McCaffrey run for 3.4 yards per carry in the playoff game. We contained him. The defense did its job. And honestly, the Niners offensive line wise got worse. They lost their starting right tackle. They brought in a guy that they drafted years ago in the 5th round. And to be honest with you, Trent Williams is a dog, but if you can't run the ball on the right side of the offensive line, all right, let's hone in on some shit. Debo scares me. Ayuk scares me. McCaffrey scares me. I mean, if anyone tells you otherwise, they're just a fucking liar. But it's just limiting those chunk plays. You know who needs to have a good game? Bland again. You know who needs to have a good game? Donovan Wilson again. You know who needs to have a good game? Van Der Esch. You know who we're going to see a lot? Hankins and Mozzie. Demarcus Lawrence. It's time for these vets and the young guys like John Way and Marquise Bell when they see reps. Get in and make a fucking statement. 49ers defense, everyone talks about, oh, they're so physical. Oh, their offense is so physical. Oh, this and that. Oh, the Cowboys always lose when it comes to physicality. Oh, the Cowboys can never beat the 49ers. All this bullshit. And if I'm a fan and I'm fired up from seeing all the things on Twitter about it, damn well sure the players are. Damn well sure Micah knows people are going to try to hone in and run the ball at him. Damn well know DeMarcus Lawrence is getting not talked about for having a fantastic season thus far. Damn well know Donovan Wilson's seeing everything. Van Der Esch is seeing everything. I mean, damn well know Dan Quinn is seeing fucking everything.
Yep.
So Dan Quinn cannot play too cute. And honestly, it's not like us lining up in various formations are going to fuck over the 49ers, but we need to dictate the terms. We need to, simply put, our defense needs to do what all these media outlets say the 49ers defense does to offenses. If we take away McCaffrey in their run game, we win this game.
Make Brock Purdy beat us.
I am, until he proves me otherwise, I am out in calling Brock Purdy just a system guy. I mean, I think Darnold could come in and be in that position, and they're still in the same exact record that they're at right now. Make him make a decision. Put him under pressure. That's their weak link, in my personal opinion, is their quarterback.
Yep.
They have an elite running back. They have elite wide receivers. They have an elite tight end. They have an elite offensive line. Where's the money? Those positions. Where is it the money? The quarterback. Fucking make Brock Purdy beat us. If he does, I will eat my words willingly and tweet about it, and I will own all of this. But until then, fucking Brock, watch out.
Yeah, what I said about Mike McCarthy earlier is very true, and it's also on the 49ers side. It's Kyle Shanahan. Guy is an absolute genius. He knows how to attack people's weaknesses. He knows how to find them and just throw them into the ground and shove them in the ground, step in their throats with their weaknesses. This is going to be a Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McCarthy game. But on the other hand, in my opinion, this could be a 34-31 game, or it could be a 34-10 game on the Cowboys side. I think it's either close or we blow them out. For the sole reason what y'all said, Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback, but if Christian McCaffrey can go out there and do his thing and have 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving, then we're going to have to live with that, and he's going to beat us. This will be a Bland Gilmore type game. If Bland and Gilmore can shut down Ayuk and Debo, which is a big if, but if they can do it, we also win this game. And we limit Christian McCaffrey. If he has 3.5 rushing yards again, we win this game without a doubt in my mind. So in my opinion, it comes down to Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McCarthy, and on the other side it's gonna be Dan Quinn. Can Dan Quinn figure out what Kyle Shanahan is doing in the middle of the first or middle or second drive? Like, oh, they're exploiting this weakness. Let's fix this hole. Can he do that? And I think Dan Quinn can do that better than anybody. But it's going to be a Kyle Shanahan again versus Mike McCarthy. They're going to go head to head, and we're going to see who's a better play caller.
Fuck yeah.
Damn right. Damn right. And just one more thing that I did just want to touch on. In terms of actual like defensive breakdown for how I need to look, you guys talked about it already, specifically Spanky, but this does have to be a big game for our secondary. The one matchup that does scare me a little bit is Brandon Ayuk and Stephon Gilmore. Ayuk is literally pretty much to a T the exact kind of wide receiver that we've already seen with Stephon has given him problems this year, whether that's Hollywood Brown, whether that's Garrett Wilson. He's the exact player. He's so shifty. His footwork is incredible. He's on my fantasy team. Like just all of the necessary ingredients that make a receiver awesome. Those three specific things: speed, shifty footwork, and on my fantasy team. That's what makes a receiver great. And like but he is a very, very tough matchup for Gilmore, which does worry me. But at the same time, I'm not as nervous. This is a game where I really wish that we had Trayvon. If Brandon Ayuk goes off, it's gonna be because he's exploiting that matchup against Gilmore, or I feel like Gilmore is probably gonna be on him most of the game. I think Bland is probably gonna match up with Debo, just try to match physicality with physicality. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously, I'm not Dan Quinn, and none of us are, so we don't know exactly what we're gonna do. But at the end of the day, Dan Quinn has given me every reason in the world to believe in him and to trust him. So who the fuck am I to sit here and say I don't believe in him? This is, I think, and kind of shifting to our Hot Boys of the week. I'm gonna go Stoozer out here. Mine is Dan Quinn. That's the guy that it's got to be. This game defensively, it starts and ends with backwards hat DQ, and I think we're gonna see him be an absolute savage this week. I really, really hope that we set the tone early, that we're physical, lay some big hits early, make Brock Purdy nervous, make him beat us. Because, like I already said, if he goes out this week and he plays great, and just like Spanky said, I'll eat my words. But until I see him beat what we all know is a great defense, I'm not going to sit here and say Brock Purdy is a great quarterback. He's a fine quarterback. He's fine. Is he great? No. Could he be great after Sunday? Potentially, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that's my hot boy of the week. Kind of a quick transition there. But it's Dan Quinn.
I like it. Thank you or me.
You got it.
All right, I'm going with going crazy one here after what y'all just said. Because I agree with what Burke was saying. I agree with you 100%. Speed hurts Gilmore.
On my fantasy team, yeah.
So I'm still gonna go with Stephon Gilmore is my hot boy of the week, and I'll save the reason why in a little bit.
Okay. Love it. Spank, what do you got?
You guys kind of took a lot. I was gonna definitely do Dan Quinn. Fuck it. I know we say he's left to be unsaid. Micah Parsons. He had 9 pressures last week. That's never gonna get brought up into the stat column of with the non-real sports fans, especially Cowboys. And we saw what he did to the right tackle last year. We need to have a performance out of him. These big time players that we have need to show up in big time games. And that's really the key of everything. It just needs to show up in these sort of games. We need him. He's the best. We think of him as an MVP candidate. Show up. Let's go, Micah. You had 9 pressures, no sacks last week. Fucking get 3. Fucking get 4. If Micah Parsons goes off and Brock Purdy can't do shit in the pocket, yeah, if he can't do shit in the pocket, rattle Purdy. Let's see him under some stress. Let's see it. But, Micah Parsons, we live by him, we die by him. He's the hot boy of the week.
Also, I know you asked this the other day. It might have been just you and me talking, Spank. Like, I don't know if we were recording or not, but the right tackle, Colton McKivitz. Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Target acquired.
Let me see here. 27 out of West Virginia. What else do we know about him?
Pick, yeah.
5th round pick. Yep. 2020. Mm-hmm. So
that's interesting. West Virginia. He played at West Virginia when they had that big game against Baylor. It was like 70-63, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they put their hats off on their right tackle for winning them that game. Huh? Fuck him. Micah Parsons, fucking target, right there. You think he is anything? What's the right tackle of last year's team?
McKivitz.
For the 49.
Oh, last year.
McGlinchey?
Yeah.
He's not even half that fucking player in terms of talent. I don't give a shit. Yeah. If he's a backup at 26, that's for a damn reason. Test his ass.
Yeah.
Put D-Law on Trent. Fuck it. Let's see what he can do.
Yep.
Put Sam Williams around Trent. Let's see some of that fucking energy.
Yeah, put Sam Williams on Trent and keep him off the roads.
Yeah.
All right.
Jerry, if you're listening to this, he's 31 miles per hour down from last year for the speeding ticket, so that's a success.
It's still such a wild quote. I can't believe you said
that.
I can't believe you said that. He's just condoning reckless driving. Oh, that's a topic for another time. Okay, score predictions. Who wants to start?
Me, 24-28 Cowboys.
28-24 Cowboys.
Change that. 27-24 Cowboys.
Operates the last second game winning field goal.
Best kicker in the league.
No.
So I'm in a predicament here. Because I want my cover 0 take will change what my score prediction is going to be. So do I go with my cover 0 take, which is a very hot take, or do I go with what I think the score is going to be?
What you think?
I'm going cover 0 take. 34-10 Cowboys.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
You would have to get my phone out of my hands and delete the Twitter app if that happened, because I would be talking reckless.
34-10 is crazy.
Reckless.
Wow.
Philly fans would have to block me.
Yeah. Okay. So 27-24, 34-10, two very, very different Lions here. Just for the record, for everyone listening, who might not be up to date with the betting lines, probably like my dad. The line is San Francisco -4, over/under set at 45. So both of you have the over getting hit. Actually, well, Stu, yours is the under. I can't
Yeah.
do math today. It's almost Friday though, so that's fine. I'm gonna go a little bit of a different round here. I'm gonna say final score 20-14. I think it's Cowboys, obviously. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. 2014 Cowboys.
You're gonna confuse the viewership, bro.
You're right. You're right. That's on me. Cowboys winner on the horn. Spanky 27-24. Stu 34-10. Bomb. And I got a 20-14 Cowboys win. So with that being said, I guess Stu already kind of tipped his hand a little bit. Cover zero takes. I guess Stu, yours is what, a blowout? A Cowboys blowout? Is that?
Yeah, well, I was kind of.
What do you want to get on record here?
The 49ers have 3+ turnovers. Brock Purdy has 2 interceptions. McCaffrey has 1 fumble. One of those interceptions will go to Stephon Gilmore. And the fumble will be caused by DeMarcus Lawrence. And then my second cover zero take.
I can't even keep up with all this. One CMC.
I gotta let the viewers keep going. My second take is at the first play of our offensive drive. I don't care if we start with the ball or after the 49ers get the ball. First play action, play fake, throwing it and be a 40-yard, 30+ yards on the first play action to Brandon Cooks.
So, first play of the game is going to be
a play action, fake to Pollard, that step back, up the middle to Brandon Cooks, and he's going to run, get 40 yards.
Not going to lie, I kind of feel like the first play could just be like a run of the left.
That's why it's a hot take, brother.
It's true. That's very true. Okay, so just to make sure that I had all that down, 3+ San Francisco turnovers, 1 pick by Purdy to Stephon Gilmore, and then 1 other pick. So Purdy to have 2 picks, and then 1 Christian McCaffrey fumble. And then the first play of the game is going to be a play action 30+ yard rollout to Brandon Cooks.
Correct.
Okay. Well, Stu, I guess come back on Monday to find out if Stu time traveled this week or not. That'll be this will be this is really testing Stu's credibility here. Okay, Spanky, your cover zero take.
Yeah, Kavontae Turpin, special team touchdown. He should have housed one last year during the playoffs if he ran outside.
If he had vision,
kick return. Yeah, I think he gets one.
I can see the gears turning.
Dak rushing touchdown.
Okay.
And Brandon Cooks touchdown and 80+ yards.
Touchdown with 80.
And fuck it, Micah 2 sacks. If Stu's spraying, I'm spraying, bro.
Okay, wait. Oh, did I also miss, Stu? Did you say D-Law forced fumble?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Wow, these are really out there. Okay.
Dude, the Bears are back, low-key.
Okay. My cover zero take this week. Oh. Gosh.
Never prepared. Audience probably the amount of it's the dead last thing before we hit you guys with the
I know
what our TikTok, Twitter is. And Bennett's just out there. If you're listening to it and not watch it, Bennett's just like smoke's coming out of his ears right now as he's trying to think.
It's bad podcasting.
You would think he's prepared by
it's bad podcasting.
Pod 9. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pod 9.
You would think that I would have this thing under my belt at this point, but it's just not looking like I do. But with that being said, Tony Pollard 100+ yards, and a touchdown.
What?
Brandon Cooks first touchdown as a Cowboy. Those are the only touchdowns of the
What?
game, and then 2 Brendan Aubrey field goals. One of those 50+ yards. Boom. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that pretty much wraps it up. Unless y'all have anything else that we want to add.
No, I'm starving.
Just before you plug everything, for the audience out there, something's big is in the works as we speak. Keep shouting us out. Keep being our viewers. Something big is in the works with the boys, and actually, fuck it, 2 big things are in the works with the boys, and one of them is something special, maybe a little game day experience somewhere. So stay tuned for that. But the boys are making moves happen on our end. We need the audience to come through. We got some loyal listeners out there. Shout out Mr. Lehman. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out my dad,
Let's go,
and
Dad.
brother.
Let's go, Mr.
And
Spank.
yeah, keep being you, but something big is in the works. And when it happens, just don't be surprised.
Yeah. And that actually kind of brings me to my last point. Definitely make sure to follow us on our socials, TikTok and Twitter. Wait, is our TikTok the same? How do I not know this by now? I plug it every episode. Our Instagram is at Dallas BC Podcast. Our Twitter and our TikTok is at Dallas BC Pod. We've been very active on Twitter this week, trying to step up our Twitter game, just interacting with the Cowboys community. So please keep interacting with us. We love it. We love Cowboys discourse. That's what we're here for. I mean, we're a Cowboys and Josh Jobs podcast. So, yeah, keep interacting with us there for any inquiries or sponsor or booking opportunities. Feel free to send us an email at podcastdbc@gmail.com. But with all that being said, this was our week 5. Yeah, week 5 San Francisco preview, episode 9 of the Dallas Ballers Club. And thank you guys, Smeggy. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. That was money. That was sick. That was sick. And we will see you guys next week after a Dallas Cowboys victory. We'll see you guys on Victory Monday, guaranteeing a win. See you guys Monday. Love you guys.
Boom.